Hello, everyone. I am Brandon, and this is
Parker.
And today we are going to be discussing stuff on a podcast because that's what we do.
We haven't come up with a name for this podcast yet. We're lazy,
didn't?
Especially Brandon. Brandon's very lazy.
All right, whatever.
Well, I mean, you never established the name officially. We came up with that name, but it was we were always looking for something else that we might have found a bit more attractive. You know,
I guess.
Look, this is honestly just a
this
podcast.
Is an online podcast.
This is two
That's
nerds talking about comics, and one of them doesn't know very much about comics. So
not just comics, though, because he wouldn't be able to say anything if it was just comics.
Okay, yeah, you got a point there, but I mean, whatever. Okay, so
we're discussing the Spider-Man Homecoming trailer.
Yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming is a good trailer. It was a lot of fun to watch. It wasn't as good as Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, because that trailer, oh my god, that was an amazing trailer. It was ridiculous.
Agreed. But yeah, for Spider-Man, I'm really excited that they're putting him in high school this time, and he actually looks like a high school student, because neither Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire could pass as a high school student.
You know, I like that too. I know I've said this before, is that I wasn't all that big on the Spider-Man, or how they used Spider-Man, or not necessarily, but how Spider-Man was played in Captain America Civil War. I understand the fact that he's supposed to be a high schooler, but he seemed really, really whiny for a high schooler. And maybe that was just me, you know. But from what I've seen in the trailer, it looks like they've went and fixed that quite a bit. It's very nice to see the fact that, number one, he sounded a bit more matured, not the tone of his voice, but just the way he spoke. And number two, it seems like he's taking what's going on and everything a lot more seriously than the stuff that was going on in Captain America Civil War.
Well, I would have been surprised if he didn't, because the way I understand it is, since he, quote-unquote, got a scholarship from Tony Stark last time, I'm pretty sure he's going to a new school. Because, Iron Man's go to, this fancy school.
Yeah.
And that's, why Iron Man was, driving him to, his dorms, I'm assuming. It was all right, here you go. Which led to that awkward hug, quote-unquote, moment.
That was funny, though. That was
I
funny.
like that. He was oh, he's hugging me. It's I'm just opening the door. That's hilarious.
It's oh, my hopes and dreams. Man, they left out that door before I did. Okay,
we need more Happy Hogan, though.
Let's talk about the villain choice. Brandon, what do you think of it being the Vulture?
I think it's awesome. Also, technically, isn't Tinkerer in the movie? Tinkerer, Shocker, and Vulture are all in the film. Tinkerer just makes all these gadgets that the villains use, like you saw during the bank heist.
Mm-hmm.
The thing they use, what looked like alien tech.
Yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure the synopsis was that Vulture was a Tony Stark employee.
That would make sense.
And he takes all this Stark tech, and after he gets fired, and makes it into a suit and starts terrorizing the place.
Huh. So, I like having Vulture, and I think honestly he's one of the more interesting villains, just from a first glance type of view, because like I said in the beginning, I haven't really done much with the comics, and I've seen quite a bit of movies, but I really haven't seen much with Vulture or really any of the Spider-Man villains. And
I was really hoping for Kingpin, though, because they already have him as an established character in Daredevil.
Okay.
It would have been amazing to see Kingpin fight Spider-Man.
I don't know who Kingpin is, to be honest.
He's the big guy from Daredevil. He was the main villain during season 1. Did you
not
watch Daredevil?
I haven't watched Daredevil yet. No. Look, dude, I'm sorry, but I never watch TV anymore.
This is more than TV. It's quality.
Okay. Okay. So, anyways, I do wish that I would have seen a bit more Vulture, and I think that's just my curiosity. I mean, in the trailer at least, because I see him being as an Stark Industries employee, but I'm also wondering, how'd he get all that tech? He had to be pretty high up, right?
It. I'm pretty sure he
Well, to get to where that tech
I assume he was like an engineer.
He had to, be pretty high up.
I guess.
You think maybe he's gonna want revenge on Tony Stark because total butt to him while he was working there or something? Because I could see that happening.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I could really see that happening.
Also, I like the look of the Vulture from what we've seen. I kind of wanted to see what it would look like if they went with classic green.
Oh,
like with the comic suit with
I don't know.
I mean, they kept the fur. They kept the fur around his neck.
It'd be nice if there was a bit of a cameo of that.
Bald guy with the knife wings.
You know what happened in Luke Cage where he actually wore the costume from the comics for
maybe there'll be a
couple
montage
seconds.
of him making different suits.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. That would be really cool. That'd be really funny, and it's a nice reference in there.
Speaking of suits, we got the web wings in Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Well, I like that. I like that quite a bit. That was that was one of the first things I noticed.
We also got clips of him wearing his homemade just sweater and jeans costume, which I thought was weird.
Yeah.
Because scenes where he's fighting who I assume to be Shocker, because he's using sound waves into Spider-Man. He's wearing just a sweater and a pair of jeans.
You're starting to fade.
I am closer.
Brandon, don't make it weird, dude. Okay, so Spider-Man: Homecoming, yada yada yada. I'm sorry, I'm very loopy, like I said, very tired.
He might have been woken up at midnight.
Yeah, I'd say so. Might's a bit of an understatement, but
Anyway, what would you rate the trailer out of 10?
I'd probably give it about a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's Spider-Man, and while I understand he needs to take things seriously, his sense of humor is one of the great things about him.
Yeah,
and I feel like they should have had a bit more of that in the trailer, but if they're playing it safe and not trying to waste all their jokes in the trailer, I understand that. Because, what was it, Ride Along with Kevin Hart? That movie looked hilarious when we saw the trailer, but then I went to the movie and I watched it, and all the funny parts were in the trailer. They wasted all their jokes. It was ooh, Lord, it was bad.
It was kind of funny when he was stopping the bank robbers who were dressed as the Avengers. He's wait a minute.
You're not the real Avengers. I can tell. The Hulk gives it away. And then he goes to beat a living crap out of them. That was really funny. I really liked that quite a bit. Now, besides for Tony Stark, do you think any other characters from the Avengers might make a bit of an appearance or a cameo?
There were rumors that Steve Rogers was going to show up. I doubt that's going to happen because then you'd have literally the two biggest guys currently in the Spider-Man movie.
Yeah. I'm hoping there's a bit of a cameo from somebody.
We need Agent Coulson and his team to show up. Who are you?
You know what I would find great is if spoilers. So if you don't wanna know what happens after the credits, in Doctor Strange, skip ahead. But in Doctor Strange, at the end of the movie, at the end of the credits, there's a scene where Strange is talking to Thor. Really, really funny is Strange is you want some tea? And Thor's I don't drink tea. What do you drink then? And then Thor goes off and says something else. So he just gets this giant cut, this stupidly big
How is this
glass.
Into Spider-Man?
Hang on, this stupidly big glass mug of beer, and hands it to Thor, and he Strange says one or two sentences, and the whole thing is gone. Need I remind you, this thing is I don't really have a size comparison that I could pull it to. It's stupidly large, and then after Thor's done with it, it just instantly starts filling up again. He's what? But I'm sorry, that's a bit of a funny part. That's all. But Thor is looking for his father Odin with Loki, and that's the reason why Strange was there talking to him, because Loki's a threat to the city. Obviously, Loki's a bit of a threat to everyone.
Well, the way he said it was all Asgardians are a threat because like weird stuff happens when they are around.
True. And
Like
hey, keep watching your thing because there are parts where you get really quiet.
oh yeah.
That's true. But what I'm more getting at is I would love to see a little scene where Strange, Thor, and Loki are just walking around looking for Odin, or they're at an airport with a sign, and that would be hilarious. And I know it's not. I know it's probably not gonna happen. It would be a great joke. I feel like that would be really funny.
And Spider-Man?
This thing could be funny, if there was a scene where he was in an airport, if there was Doctor Strange, Thor, and Loki, and one of them was holding a sign. You know how people wait at the airport with signs with people's names on them? One of them was holding a sign that said Odin on it. I find that would be hilarious to me. And I know that's probably not going to happen, and it's not really relevant, but I think it'd be a nice joke and a nice little, hey, this is what's going on type thing for those of you that missed out and are too lazy to watch the credit.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be funny. Maybe it's just me.
I don't know. I think they'd save like moments like that for the next Thor movie, for Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, probably. But I don't know, because Ragnarok seems like it's going to be a lot of action, which is why I think they might, like, put a cameo or a bit of a little scene as, like, a joke in Spider-Man,
I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe at the end.
Maybe. So, here, Brandon, we got a bit off track. Sorry, that's my fault. What did you rate the trailer?
Probably 9.5 out of 10.
9.5 out of 10, okay.
Yes, it was amazing. Spectacular. Get it?
I'm going to kill you, Brandon.
Was superior.
Hey, guys, I'm going to edit this part out, but I'm going to kill him. You're probably going to hear a lot of screaming.
Wait, you're editing?
I pay people to edit for me. No,
All right.
I'm kidding. I don't. I'm not that lazy. I'm not as lazy as you are.
I had a guy who edits my stuff. He doesn't do that anymore. At least I don't think he does.
Okay,
I
so
haven't sent him anything.
Starting to run a bit out of time here. Do real quick before we move on to another topic. I want to talk about just the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 trailers super quick. It was amazing. If you haven't seen it yet, go watch it right now. It's a great trailer. Very, very funny. And I would rate it a 10 out of 10. Like, I do.
So would I. But we needed more Baby Groot killing people.
No, I don't want more Baby Groot. What I want... Because we saw quite a bit of him in the trailer.
Yeah. He was largely a main focus.
Yeah, I know. And obviously he would be, because that's a huge marketing thing for them.
Like, children love things like that. Which is why he got teeth for some reason, which is weird.
Don't question it. Okay, so... what the point that I was going to get at is I just think it would have been better if maybe they had shown a bit more of a plot-related trailer than just, a joke trailer. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm not hating on the trailer at all, because it was great. It was really funny. Absolutely hilarious. But I would have liked it if, we saw a bit more of the story. Because, we saw them fighting a giant monster. We saw them doing a couple other things. But I didn't see anything that was, like, super relevant to the plot. Or we weren't told that what we saw was anything that was super relevant to the plot.
I guess. I know they've confirmed why they were fighting a giant monster, I think. It's like they're hired by someone to fight the monster. It's like, I don't know. I seen monsters just going around terrorizing people, as monsters do.
In my home country of Japan. I'm Asian, for those of you that don't know. I'm a quarter Japanese.
We would have a webcam, but I was too lazy to bring anything in.
It doesn't really go that much with a podcast,
I guess every podcast I've been on has had webcams and then just an audio thing, and we don't really focus on it. But if you want to know what everybody's like, you go to the audio. Though I very rarely showed up in, picture form.
So, moving on to something that's
Pewdiepie?
Something that's been, blowing up recently. And might happen today, and if it does happen today, I'm gonna be taken back
I
so
have
much.
no doubt about it that he's gonna. Basically, PewDiePie said if he reached I think it was 50 million subscribers.
PewDiePie said that if he reached 50 million, he would end up deleting his channel, and he reached that goal yesterday.
Yesterday, he said he'd be deleting it about 5 his time, which I don't know what that is here, America. But everybody's found this big plot hole where he recently launched a second channel called Jacksepticeye 2.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was funny.
I think he's just gonna delete that.
I would laugh very hard if he did.
Oh.
I understand what Pewds is getting at, though, and I think this is more just a threat to the people who run YouTube and who are not, trying to do anything about the terrible algorithm thing that's going on right now.
I don't think they're not trying to do anything about it. I think they're just trying to keep it under wraps.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think Pewds is annoyed at them a lot. A lot of people are annoyed at YouTube for a bunch of stupid stuff they've been doing, the new algorithm, how it works, everything else.
Which we're not going to go that far into, but if you'd like to know, there's going to be a bunch of links in the description to various videos.
I'll just simplify it for you. It only favors people who beg for likes and
basically, they
subscribers.
want more people to interact with your videos in order for you to show up in your search history is how I understand it. So comments, likes, and subscriptions are favored. Before it was daily videos or videos of a certain length.
Plus, what's happening is a lot of people are getting unsubscribed to certain channels for no reason. Channels aren't showing up in your subscriptions bar.
Which YouTube claims is just dead channels, but there are people who interact a lot who are like, hey, why am I not seeing your videos anymore? Are you still doing this? And they're like, there's been daily videos for a while.
Yeah. So,
have you been unsubscribed from anyone yet?
No, actually, surprisingly enough. My thing here, my big thing is that I honestly think Pewds is trying to send a message, and I really think he's scaring YouTube right now because he's their biggest moneymaker, you know. If he goes, I feel like not only will it hurt them quite a bit, but I think it's going to show them that people are very, very upset, a lot more upset than they already are. And I feel like YouTube just needs to publicly address this and give out a public apology and just try to calm the storm, you know. Because the reason why the storm is the way it is because nobody is giving, or nobody has been given any information. We're just all being kept in the dark, and that's what's encouraging all this, just
stuff.
Angry behavior, I guess.
And a lot of times, I know people who have contacted YouTube about it, and they're like, oh, we don't know if any glitch. It's probably just you or something like that, or we're deleting people who don't interact a lot. But if you go to the comments, people who claim they're being deleted, they interact or they like or watch the videos almost every day. It's not deleting people who don't interact, which I kind of need somebody to delete me from people I don't interact with because I'm subscribed to over 200 people right now.
Yeah.
I don't know who half these people are.
So, something I wanted to touch on, and this is just me, throwing a little shout out, because I figure a lot of people who listen to this are going to be fellow nerds and etc. If you play PlayStation at all, Ark Survival Evolved just came out for the PlayStation 4.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, it did.
Cool.
It probably costs the same as on Xbox, $30, pre-alpha.
All right.
Or not pre-alpha, but it's pre-release.
As far as have they confirmed when it's going to be done?
Yes, it's going to be released sometime in January 2017 as a full game.
Okay. Because
I will warn you, however, the Ark team isn't very good with updates, or at least keeping it even like they used to be, and they've fallen a bit behind because the PC is 2 updates ahead of us, and they're about to get another one on the 24th. It's crazy. So the Ark team really needs to try to catch up with the console players, because there's 4 new dinos that we need for the next update, and then the update after that, there's another 4 new dinos. And, they're not necessarily old dinosaurs. It's just dinos an arc is a way to generalize every creature in the game. You know, you got
All right.
giant insects, but dinos just generalizes everything.
Yeah, I haven't played that much of Ark, and when I do, I just screw around a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a great game.
I never focus on surviving. It's just like, let's see who I can mess with.
All right, we got like 2 minutes. Let's get on some of these other topics.
I got to upload this Google Drive.
What do we got?
Oh, one thing about the Pewdiepie thing. I got a question. Who's your favorite YouTubers right now, currently?
Who are your favorite YouTubers? I'm sorry, Brandon can't grammar right.
I can't.
So
See, you say he's tired.
yeah.
I've had less than 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Well, you're not the loopy one, so.
I'm just good at hiding my exhaustion. So who are your current top YouTubers or favorites?
I don't really have all that many. You know, I do like the XP gamers. Captain Shack, I watch him quite a bit. He's a really great YouTuber. I'm just really mad because he has a Stellaris series and he's on the 2nd season. For some reason, he uploaded a new video and he made it private, and it's the next episode of that season. And I'm really mad because I understand you want to do something for your Patreon supporters, and I know what he's doing. But if it is like just a Patreon supporter only episode, I'm going to get really mad because not everyone can afford to do that. Not everyone has the time to do that, you know.
Yeah, I don't think. All right, I've never heard of the guy you're talking about, but I don't think any YouTuber would just like. I mean, obviously they would, but if it's like a main series that they already have episodes of on their channel for free, I doubt they would just start making it where you have to pay for it.
Yeah, that's what I think so, too.
I mean, Patreon is great and all, but like not everyone can do it. Like, pretty much everyone on my top YouTuber list is people I would support on Patreon if I had time and money.
So, let's get on something else super quick.
All right. First off, I'd like to say my top YouTuber is Scott Nicewander from Nerdsync. But do you see the Transformers trailer?
I did. That's a big talking point. We're probably gonna have to end off with this.
Right.
Second episode will be coming out soon. We'll figure out a name and maybe we'll have an intro. I don't know.
I doubt that.
Yeah, probably not. We're lazy.
But
Brandon's lazier.
Hopefully, though, it'll come out on like Saturday, like every episode on a Saturday. Good way to end your week, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that would be pretty cool.
I'd like to do it Fridays, but I doubt I can get it up by the end of the day.
Transformers.
Wi-Fi.
This is the last thing we got to do because it's 15 right now. We got to get going. Transformers. I saw it. It's really cool. But at the same time, it's Transformers. Like
I don't think the story's gonna be that good. It's just like
because it looks like
do you
want to
watch
in the
robots beat the crap out of each other?
It feels like it's. Dude, I'm Japanese. I love that crap. Okay, so I feel like it's going in the same direction as the last movie with a Prime betraying everyone, but this time it's Optimus.
Last one wasn't one of the Primes betraying everyone. It was the one with the new guy, the engineer.
No, remember?
It was one with the dinosaurs. I mean, not the dinosaurs. The T-Rex.
The Dinobots.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the guy that they. Oh no, the one before that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one before that. Okay.
I doubt they'd corrupt Optimus Prime, but they do need a reason for everybody to watch it. Cause
maybe it's a fake Optimus.
Maybe he does. At the beginning, it does show him in space. Maybe it's mind controlling, but I don't like that. That's a big cliche.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Why should we have this guy fight his team? Let's mind control him instead of giving him a good reason to start taking out his friends.
Ask questions for the next episode. See what, or no, crap, I completely messed that up. Wow, I'm loopy.
All right, we gotta go.
Yeah, we do gotta
leave comments down below, like, subscribe, all that stuff.
Leave comments.
We'll see you next week.
Leave comments and, oh Lord. Oh yeah. Okay, sorry. I'm on track now. Leave comments about what you think is going to happen with the new Transformers and whether or not you think it's going to be good or it's going to be a load of crap or it's going to be the regular Transformers, which isn't that great.
All right. See ya.